So, the new live-action Snow White movie has seemed to be, sparking quite the controversy recently, which is an interesting one considering that the first trailer has yet to even come out. But well, when you're a corporation that's so focused on trying to please everyone that you end up replacing what should be a huge win for representation on screen for dwarf actors with a full set of grown adults of different races. Or you cast Gal Gadot as an evil witch who's supposed to be jealous of someone else's looks. Bruh. Or you have the lead actress contradicting your own point about seeing yourself on screen. Well, some things just can't be ignored. And just when you thought the project couldn't get any worse, it seems that a clip from an interview with the Snow White actress has resurfaced after a year or so, where she's discussing how this new Snow White is a modern take on the character. And since I'm clearly such a huge fan of these Disney live action remakes, I thought I'd check it out with you guys and see what she has to say. And man, I cannot wait. Let's just dive into this thing.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
Oh no.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
I do find it pretty funny how Gal Gadot just has her input here, like knowing damn well this is all just BS. But hey, she's getting a fat paycheck, so whatever.
And she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
And the leader that her late father told her that she couldn't be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Oh, fuck off. Why the fuck are we always pushing onto young girls this girl boss,
I don't need no man
outlook on life, when having kids is by far one of the most fulfilling things that you can do as a human being, and it's literally in the feminine essence to want to be swept off your feet by a man who you're attracted to? This is some BS, man.
And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
So, with this interview in mind, let's gather a few points about this movie and the changes that they've made to give this movie a modern edge. 1. The actress is Latino and not white. 2. There's no 7 dwarves anymore. And 3. She won't be saved by the prince. So, how is this Snow White exactly? I mean, you've just gone and taken away the 3 most major things about the fucking movie. She's no longer white, even though her skin was as white as snow. There's no dwarves, but instead a group of these magical creatures of mixed ethnicities, as to ensure that, little girls can see themselves on the screen. And she's no longer thinking about true love and being saved by a knight in shining armor, but instead, she's going to be a leader and is going to show these men how we do it. Well, it seems that we have yet another unoriginal and soulless remake on our hands. Because if you really think about it and use the 0.1% of your brain power to determine that this movie clearly is not about Snow White, which the Disney creatives clearly don't have, then the logical move would be to just develop a new story with a Latino princess going on an adventure and making her late father proud. But since all the fans are apparently these racist misogynists and hate seeing women and people of colour on screen, that wouldn't be possible. And so instead, we've got to use an existing name that people know about in order to attract people to our project. And anyone who points out the blatantly obvious facts is again a racist. Wait a minute, where have I seen this before? Now, for a second, I just want to touch on the main actress in Rachel Zegler because, well, I've never really been one to speak about the actors themselves in any project, since they're not usually the ones writing it. Well, it's pretty obvious why she was chosen for the main role. You might not be aware, but she was cast for the role well over 2 years ago now, and at that time, she made some rather interesting comments. Oh my, people need to start finding God, man. Now listen, I'm not the kind of person who wants to hold an opinion of someone for things that they said years ago, because people say shit, they learn, they become better. It's part of life. But fuck me, when someone is just straight up insulting people on Twitter and calling out other actors for different views, and you clearly haven't changed, then you're just a fucking prick.
When it got announced, it was a huge thing that was like trending on Twitter for days because all of the people were angry.
Those people.
Very much this.
The people that we need to love into awareness.
Love them in the right direction.
And what's sad is that these are exactly the kind of people who are working at Disney, who say shit like, be kind,
but only if it fits our agenda.
Or,
we need strong women.
But then fire them as soon as they say something that, again,
doesn't fit the agenda.
This is the same girl who says to be kind to yourself and others, but of course, that only applies
when it fits our agenda.
Disney's just a fucking echo chamber of people who refuse to listen to anyone else's opinion, who isn't part of this woke cult of robots, who just say the same things over and over again, who deny that their corporation sexualizes children, and who hire actresses like Rachel Zegler. who, purely because she fits the mainstream agenda, is being pushed into the limelight like she's the next fucking Julia Roberts. But clearly, the fans think otherwise, and so does the box office. But fortunately, it's not long until this abomination of a movie is finally dropped, only to bomb horrifically, and Disney lose even more money than we could have ever hoped for. And we get to see actresses like her come up with every excuse in the book. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video, all that jazz. Won't force you though, of course. And I will see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye.